What's up, man? Welcome back to the Beginner's Guide to Pickup. Now, in part one, we covered what is pickup. Pickup is a way to ensure that you are a happy, thriving man in this world. Many of you, most of you in fact, are going to get married one day. And what could possibly be more important to your overall happiness and well-being as a man than who you end up raising children with? Who is the mother of your children? Who are you building an empire with? Who is it that you're sharing a life with on a daily basis? Many men end up coping and dealing with whatever they can possibly get. So in part one, we covered everything that you need to know about what your goals should be in pickup. In part two, we covered the attractive character, becoming a more attractive man in the background of taking action. Now, we still have mindsets to cover, but in this part three here of the Beginner's Guide to Pickup, we are going to be talking about approaching. I'm going to give you some practical steps to actually start going out and doing pickup today, because pickup is incredible. I have slept with an insane amount of women. I have had incredible relationships in my life. I have had incredible sexual relationships, incredible romantic relationships, and this is all through pickup. Now, it's not just me. It's also the clients that I work with. It's the guys that take my courses and take my coaching. These guys, these clients, I've had clients get married. I've had clients get long-term relationships. I've had guys hit me up and say, hey man, everything you've been fucking teaching me, I went from sleeping with 2 girls I wasn't attracted to now hooking up with over 50 women. Okay, so it's not just me that has seen success with this. It's also all of my fucking clients. So this will work for you. You must have faith in the Beginner's Guide to Pickup and in everything that I put out here in my channel. Now, if you want to go deeper, you can head over to evolutiondaily.com and see all of the courses and coaching that I offer, so you can go deeper, so you can succeed faster. Now, we're going to be talking about the approach in this video. So how do you do pickup? Well, pickup, cold approach pickup, it stems from the term cold approach sales. Cold sales rather. So cold calling is when you literally have a long list of phone numbers and you call them and try to sell them something that they never really inquired about. So the difference between cold approach pickup and the way that most people get laid is most people actually get laid through a friend group, a large friend group, or from the workplace. That's how most relationships start. Now, the problem with this is that so many guys find themselves, for whatever reason, you got relocated, you got the job of your dreams, but now you move to a completely other city and you don't have friends in that city, okay? You got the job of your dreams paying you what you want to be paid, but it's not really the kind of job where there's a lot of women around, and definitely not a lot of attractive ones. So you need to learn how to go out and cold approach women. Now, this can be done in daytime, this can be done in nighttime. Now, what I'm going to be covering here is the absolute basics. You need to make it a conscious habit that you try to talk to at least one woman a day, okay? Now, this is just for you starting off. We'll talk more later in the beginner series about really what it takes to get good, but starting out, you need to go out and you need to talk to at least one woman a day. You're at the grocery store, you see a beautiful girl, you go up and you do a cold approach. You go out to a nightclub, you must do a cold approach. You go to a bar, you must do a cold approach. You must introduce yourself to a woman a day and try to get to know her and try to get her phone number. Now, what I want to talk about here is the overcomplication process. So a lot of you guys, when you think about pickup and you think about going out, talking to women, all this, well, you think about all the different steps. Now, what I'd like to present to you right now is my A to B mindset / process for talking to women. So regardless of everything you've ever heard, whether it's from this beginner series or it's from anything else you've read on the internet, a blog, a book, whatever, regardless of what you have heard, it is very simple. You are going up, you're introducing yourself to a woman, and you are then, at the end of it, asking for her phone number. Now, later in the series, we're going to get deeper into talking about polling, talking about instant dates, things of that nature. But if you can literally simplify the entire thing down to introducing yourself to a woman and getting her phone number, then you're going to prevent yourself from suffering from paralysis by analysis. Paralysis by analysis means that you're overanalyzing so heavily that you're actually paralyzed. So if you just follow this A to B method, you can go up to a girl and you can say, hey, how's it going? She says, hi. You go, I'm Jacob, what's your name? She goes, hey, I'm Rebecca. Cool, do you live around the area? Yeah, I live over here, blah, blah, blah. Oh, cool, nice. I actually live over by da, da, da. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, what do you do for work? Oh, I blah, 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 blah. What about you? Oh, I do this, da, 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 da. I'm actually working from home right now. Do you work over near blah, blah, blah? Is that over near da, da, da? I think I had a friend that da, da, da. You're just having some very basic conversation. Do not get bogged down by a lot of the details that are actually going to be covered later on in the beginner's guide to pickup, but rather just introduce yourself in whatever way seems fit. It's really effective to say something about something that's happening in that moment. So, for example, you're at the grocery store. A girl's looking at protein bars. She's in the protein bar section. And it's actually very effective for you to keep it relevant to that situation. So you can actually grab one of the Quest bars and say, have you tried this flavor? She says, no, I actually haven't had that one. And you go, oh, you got to try this one. It's my favorite. And she'll go, oh, I'll definitely have to. And you say, what's your name? What's your name is such a great transition from any kind of random ass opener for you to actually start getting into it with this girl. Keep it basic. Keep it simple, stupid. Kiss. Don't overcomplicate these things. Introduce yourself to a girl. Then at the end, regardless of how the whole thing went down, if you don't ask for her phone number, then you close the door on a potentially incredible situation in your life. I always tell this story about a girl that I talked to at the club one night who just wasn't into me. Like it just went nowhere. During the conversation, I had told the girl my full name, and she later on ended up finding me on Instagram because I told her my full name. And I left it alone. Like it was such a dumb interaction. I barely even remembered it. And I just left it. I'm like, whatever. This girl actually hits me up on Instagram because she found me. And she says, hey, I just want to apologize. I was like in a really bad mood and my friend was da-da-da. My friend's like judgmental and blah, blah, blah. I thought you were really cool and I really appreciate you coming up and talking to us. I would love to hang out sometime. And I go, oh. I'm like, okay, interesting. And then I banged that chick either the same night she sent that DM the next day or it was the next evening. I ended up hooking up with that chick like immediately. And so this was, for me, an early on proof of concept that I had in game where I go, even when I don't feel like there was a connection there, because this is another thing. Guys are always so obsessed with, oh, the connection wasn't there entirely, so I didn't go for the phone number. A to B. Do not worry yet. Don't worry yet. Don't worry yet about connection. Don't worry about qualifying the girl. Don't worry about sexualizing. Don't worry about any of this stuff. Start introducing yourself to women and then asking for their phone numbers, asking them to go on dates with you. You must swing all the way through in order to ever hit a home run. Nobody has ever stopped the bat halfway and got lucky and had the ball fucking blast over the fence in the outfield. It never happened. You must swing all the way through. So even if it's not the perfect swing, it must be all the way through. It must be a complete open to close. So continue to work on your attractive character as we discussed in part 2 and start going out and running this A to B method. Introducing yourself to women and asking for their phone numbers. Start doing this. Get used to what it's like to do a cold approach. Get used to the tension of it. You're going to be nervous. You're actually going to make girls feel a little nervous because they feel your nerves, and that's part of the process. You must get comfortable in interactions, and the only way you cannot do that, you can't do anything else. You must do approaches. And simplifying it down to this A to B method is a surefire fucking way for you to be able to do approaches. So start approaching today while building your attractive character. And I look forward to putting out part 4 of the Beginner's Guide to Game. Now, if you enjoy this content, again, head over to evolutiondaily.com. I have free courses, I have paid courses, and I have coaching. I am Planet Earth's #1 dating coach. Follow what I tell you. Stick to this channel. Watch my old videos. Watch this entire series. Watch my new videos. Listen to my podcast. Everything, you can find everything. Follow me on Instagram, Evolution Daily. Across the board, look up Evolution Daily. You'll find me on all platforms. I'm constantly dishing out value. Now, if you are interested in working with me, again, that's evolutiondaily.com. I'm going to include a link down below where you can see everything I have to offer for you. I look forward to seeing you in the next video of the Beginner's Guide to Game. Now go out there and fucking approach.